In today's podcast, we are going to be talking about the biggest X factor from every NHL playoff team. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. By the way, Sam, did you know that we are 6 subscribers away from 200, and we somehow can't get there because 6 people haven't pressed that subscribe button? I'm looking at you, Terry, Larry, Jerry, Barry. I'm looking at you guys right there. If all of you just subscribe, we'd be at 200 subs. So make sure you guys subscribe, and let's get into the video. So we're going to be starting with Les Canadiens de Montreal. So, Sam, what is your biggest X factor for the Canadiens?
Okay, so my biggest X factor for the Montreal Canadiens is Uri Slafkovsky.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Do you want me to give a little backstory here, or you want to say yours first?
You can. Why is Uri Slafkovsky the biggest X factor?
I just think he's got the most potential to just take over a series. You know what I mean? He's big. He goes to the net. He plays that type of playoff hockey. You know what I'm saying?
That
I think
is very
they could
true.
use a lot of that. Yeah, he reminds me of Brady Tkachuk a lot, and I know he said that he wants to play like him, so that's kind of why.
Oh, that's actually facts. That's a good one. I went with Montreal's depth scoring as a whole. If you look at the last month, Suzuki, Caulfield, Slafkovsky have been maybe the best line in hockey, but they haven't got any scoring outside of those guys and Lane Hudson. So, hopefully to win in the playoffs, you need depth scoring as much as you need your superstars. So, yeah, hopefully somebody on that team can step up. Anybody. I mean, they're getting Demidov, so that would be absolutely sick if they can get Demidov going, but
good depth scoring. They just got to start actually scoring, dude.
Yeah, Jake Evans has 20 goals. Brendan Gallagher has 20 goals, but
true. And who else is in their bottom six? Dvorak, I feel can be
that
solid. He's kind of picked up.
But
it's a good third line.
I can't wait to watch Demidov, bro. Actually, that's gonna be insane. You weren't there for the hot takes video, bro. I said that Demidov and Hudson are gonna be a top 5 duo. So in NHL history, when it's all said and done.
I can see it. Hudson's been playing on.
Okay, next team is the New Jersey Devils. Sam, who do you have for New Jersey? And then I'll say mine, and then we'll discuss.
Okay. For the New Jersey Devils, I've got Nico Hischier.
Oh, yeah, I have Nico Hischier as well.
Okay, well, why do you have him?
Because Jack Hughes is out, and
okay, yeah, me too.
They need that. I mean, he's also their captain. I feel like
he is.
I don't expect them to do anything in the playoffs because losing your best player, I'm not gonna put it on them, but hopefully,
yeah,
he does well.
No, I agree. He's got to he's a very good player, but he's got to pull his weight. Not that he hasn't been, but he's got to pull his weight a little more offensively and still kind of be that Selke type player, I think, because with Jack Hughes out, they're not too strong through the center, so I think they need through the middle of the ice, they need some scoring.
Okay, so next up we got the Ottawa Senators. I think we both have the same person, so go ahead and say it.
Okay, so it's pretty obvious. It's going to be Nick Cousins. No, I'm just kidding. Brady Tkachuk.
Oh, yeah, I have Brady Tkachuk as well. I mean, from the Four Nations, I think he's going to, he's been having a bit of a down stretch recently. I mean, they just traded his best friend. I don't blame him, but he's a winner. He's a leader. He's got to pull his weight in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But do you think he's gonna play well, just as well as Matthew? It's his first playoffs.
I think he is going to absolutely dominate. Whether they win or lose that first round, I think he is going to. Even watching with the Four Nations, when he scored that goal in the finals, he was as red as a tomato. he was so into it, bro. And I think I would be so motivated if my brother had just won a cup too. I would be so jealous. He's gonna be absolutely running through a brick wall every shift. I can already feel it. I know he's gonna have a great series.
Speaking of running through a brick wall, these guys are getting ran through a brick wall. This is what happens when you play with somebody who knows how to play the game. Sorry, Bryson Stewie, if you're listening. But okay, next up is the Florida Panthers, and it is going to be. I'll just say mine. I was about to, anyways. Seth Jones. So who do you got for your X factor?
Okay, mine's a little bit more obvious. You could, I think you can predict it. I'm gonna say Matthew Tkachuk. which I
Okay,
think,
I originally had
yeah,
Matthew Kachuk, but then I thought about it. Like, I mean, Matthew Kachuk, he wasn't like even close to like the best player last year on their team. And
that is true.
what the
And they did still win. Oh, the fuck is hitting with roof, apparently.
bro, what is going on right now? But yeah, I mean, I understand Matthew Kachuk. I went with Seth Jones because Aaron Ekblad, he got suspended. What did he get suspended for again? If it was
He
like
was like taking some kind of drug or something. I don't
okay,
know fully what happened, but
I was about to say, I mean, Florida's probably gonna win because Ekblad's on PEDs, but I didn't want to accuse him of something he didn't do. But I mean,
no, I'm pretty sure that was what it was.
it makes sense though. It's Gary Bettman's favorite, one of his favorite teams. He's gonna allow them to use the PEDs they used in the playoffs last year. But you know,
Bro, you
I
gotta put on your tinfoil hat like Paul Bissonnette, dude.
that's what I'm saying. Tanking to play the Leafs. I hope they get karma. But Seth Jones is yeah, I mean, they need a number one defenseman. Brandon Montour was so big for them last year in the playoffs. And
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, yeah.
no, not probably. Like I know he's on that top power play now. He's playing those heavy minutes, and I don't think they get Ekblad till like what is it, game
Uh,
three
yeah,
of
game
that
three.
series. So he's gonna have to pull his weight hard for the first two like games, and
Yeah.
especially if they're gonna play Tampa Bay. Like he's got to be like ready for that.
Honestly, even Toronto, like they're gonna be in home ice, like
That
Toronto's
is
gonna have
true.
home ice, Tampa's gonna have home ice. Like even if they play Ottawa, they're gonna have home ice. So also one of their guys left, which is crazy. Oh,
Oh,
and that's our
there they go.
first ever win on the channel. Let's go. Okay, next up is the Tampa Bay Lightning. Who do you have for the Lightning?
Okay, for me, I've got Andrei Vasilevsky.
Yeah, Sam. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Actually,
Yeah,
he's honestly been better than Hellebuck over the past month. I don't blame Hellebuck. Like we've kind of locked down a playoff spot like a while ago, so like he doesn't have to try that hard. You know what I'm
that is
saying?
true.
But
Yeah, no, I feel that. I mean, hey, you got a shutout tonight, so I mean, he's doing something right. But yeah,
yeah.
I
So
do know what you mean. No, I feel that, and like I think like Vasilevsky when he's playing his best, like he can lock down a series. Like when they were winning all
yeah,
those
you
cups
can
and everything.
definitely steal a series.
Yeah, and I mean he's been playing great recently, and I almost feel like he wants like some like a bit of revenge, especially if they play the Leafs because that one series he was getting criticized like crazy because he was letting in all those shots from the point. That one year they actually let the Leafs
Yeah,
move on,
bro. And like
and so I
they
think
only Tampa as a whole, they only have like COVID cups anyways. So
that is true.
they
I'm
have
sure they
to
wanna.
they have to win one when Gary Bettman's not putting everyone in COVID. Okay, the Carolina Hurricanes. My X factor for the Hurricanes is um either Aho, Svechnikov, Jarvis. One of their players has to become like Marty Necas level of like Brantanen level of star. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, that was crazy. Dude, these guys are probably so pissed. Oh, make it snappy.
Oh, we'll
Close
see. Yeah, you
quarters.
might. Oh
How
no.
do you miss? Okay, anyways. Yeah, I'll host Fetch and Jarvis, one of those guys. Who's your Carolina Hurricanes X Factor?
Mine's Jacob Slavin.
Okay, I was thinking about him, but I mean, he's gonna be a
Yeah, I mean,
beast in
watching
the
him,
playoffs.
he will. And like watching him at the Four Nations, dude. That
Yeah,
guy, like, it was like the highest pressure situation, and he was like blocking everything in sight. That guy is an absolute
yeah,
like unit. So I
he's
think
gonna,
he's going to be great. I mean, he has been in the past, but he'll be great again.
yeah, he's gonna be amazing. And this guy just has every single defensive X Factor in the game, bro. The Toronto Maple Leafs. This is the one you guys have been waiting for, or I'm assuming most of you guys. I think this one's fairly obvious,
I
but
think so too.
yeah, so I mean, who did you put?
Okay, I put Mitchell Marner.
Yeah, I think everybody in the entire world is gonna put Mitch Marner.
I think so too. This guy's got to show up. He really does. I
How
think.
did I not get that? What?
Well, I'll ask you like, what do you think about the Leafs' chances going into the playoffs? I know we've got another episode coming up with our playoff predictions at some point. We don't want to give up too much, but
Yeah, I don't know. I like how they have two goalies they can go to, but one of them's not Samsonov. You know what I'm
That
saying? So
that is an advantage. I'll say that. Yeah,
I think
that's
I
good.
mean Joseph Woll played good last year, but Stolarz has been amazing this year. So I
That
mean
is true.
they got Brandon Carlo, they got Scott Lawton. They're a tougher team, bigger team. I like how
Well,
they're looking.
see, Scott Lawton has been interesting for me because I think he is a good player and I think he adds to that team. Like they definitely didn't get worse. I think they got better. But like a first round pick for I think I saw like some kind of stat. He's got like 1 point in 14 games. Like he's got
I if
honestly,
they
maybe
win
he
a
could have been my
champion,
pick.
yeah,
Like he needs to be better.
if they win a championship, no, it's definitely Marner. But if they win a
Oh,
champion,
yeah,
if
it is.
they if they win a championship, bro, I'd trade all the first round picks to win a championship. Look at Vegas. Oh yeah, we also have to pay the NHL 200 million, but that's besides the point. Next up, the Washington Capitals. I think this one's also obvious.
I think it really is too.
Okay, we're both gonna say Mr. 895.
We sure are. Okay,
Yeah, I
but I've
mean,
got a good like I feel very strongly that he actually has to lock in because like obviously I would never disrespect the goal scoring goat. All right, but last year in the playoffs, that guy did not look like he cared. The
I
entire
mean,
first
to be
series,
fair, they
like
shouldn't have made the playoffs in the first place.
no, I know, but like I understand I mean he's got all these awards, he's all this stuff, but he's also their captain, and they're in the playoffs. Like
Yeah, I
I will
mean,
say I do think like I think this year he will be get serious about it because I mean they're so good this year, and like he also was coming straight off of his biggest victory, right? Like with his record break and stuff. Like I think he's gonna be great, but I think he has to be great, or else, and he has to look like he's actually trying.
yeah, I mean, I think he's definitely gonna be better this year because of like the team's way better, so he's definitely more motivated. But I mean, if you're scoring 40 in 50 games, like he has more goals than his age, but like only
He
like
does.
five players in the NHL have more goals than his age, so
That is a good point. But I
he's on
also
a
will say
different
that
level this
they've
year.
been trying to make him score, right? Like they can't just force him the puck all playoffs either.
I
Like
on
towards the
it.
end, like Dylan Strome was like giving up like open nets and stuff to pass him. Like I'm not taking away
No, but
his thing, but
that's for the goal record. Like once they got to like 5 goals, he's passing him the puck every time. Like I would do the exact same thing to be honest. But
I agree. But all I'm saying is that the fact that he's been scoring like crazy still, I don't know if it's necessarily a
I know,
reflection on
but
how good he's playing overall.
no,
He
but
he needs to be like locked in for the playoffs,
no, but
100%.
I definitely think that his like they're the one seed. Like his scoring is really making them go to a whole new level as a team. Like I don't know, like if they were missing the playoffs, like it would be a different story, but like they're literally they could win the President's Trophy.
Good,
And
they're right in it.
honestly, he should get some heart votes as well, but that's, for another video. So make sure you keep following
That's
for our award
that's an interesting
predictions.
take. I don't know if he's pretty one-dimensional now. Like I'm not hating on the guy, but
Facts, bro. Okay, let's move to the West. But, before we move out west here, we got to take an intermission break. If you guys actually like the podcast, make sure you guys subscribe. And we'll do these more often. We're planning to move to once a week, the four of us. You guys are going to get a 30-minute to an hour podcast each week. And if you guys like it and continue to, we keep growing bigger, who knows? Maybe this could turn into an actual, professional thing. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Okay, next up is the West. Going on to Calgary. Sam, who do you have for the Calgary Flames if they make the playoffs?
okay. Um, I think this one's pretty obvious too, actually. I've got Dustin Wolf.
Ooh, I do not have Dustin Wolf.
Oh, okay. Who do you have?
I have Jonathan Huberdeau or Nazem Kadri because I think their defense, their team defense is going to be incredible. They have Uyghur, Anderson, Wolf, like Kevin Ball, like they're a good defensive team. They have great defensive forwards. They don't like after Kadri and Huberdeau, their point totals really, really drop off.
Yeah.
Like so, they need those
Well,
guys to really carry their weight against Winnipeg, Vegas, whoever they end up playing if they make it.
See, that's like the same reason I chose Wolf because like these guys, like nothing against Calgary. I'm not a Calgary hater, but they can't score. Like they don't score a lot of goals. And so if Dustin Wolf is not like if he's letting in like more than 2 goals a game, especially if they're playing the 1 seed, if they're playing Winnipeg or if they're playing um, Vegas, like he has to stop everything to give his team a chance. And I
Yeah,
think,
I mean,
like, yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like. I mean, to be honest, I don't think Calgary will be doing much if they get there
oh
anyway.
yeah.
But I think
I
Dustin Wolf could
I'd
make a difference.
probably bet my entire house that they're not winning a series, but you know, we're not
I
gonna
think
do
it'd be a
that.
sweep.
But
I think
yeah,
it would be a sweep.
it would be like Washington last year. I can't even lie.
I think.
Next up is the St. Louis Blues. Who you got for St. Louis, the hottest team in the NHL right
Oh
now?
my gosh, I can't stand St. Louis. Um, well, I've got the I
Bitter.
think it's kind of obvious too. Yeah, okay, yeah, I've got better.
No,
You got better too?
I don't have Jordan Binnington because
Oh, wait, can I guess? Can I guess who you
yeah,
have? Okay, wait, what position?
defense.
Is it center? Oh my gosh. Wait, is it Colton Parayko?
Because I think they don't have enough, like, the way they're gonna win is through Binnington and their defense. Like, they can't outscore these top teams. No offense to Thomas and Kyrou, and I mean, get well soon, Dylan Holloway. But yeah, bro. Like, I think they need a number. You need a number one defenseman. You like, or like, he doesn't have to be like Cale Makar, but like, like they need somebody who can play these big minutes in close games, and Colton Parayko's their guy, and he proved at the Canada thing. Like, I mean, he wasn't incredible, so that's another reason why, but like, he wasn't bad.
He's
Yeah,
he can
that's
definitely
why.
be an X factor. I agree.
I mean, Benner's the obvious choice. That's the only reason I didn't pick him. If we're being real, it's Jordan Bennington.
Yeah.
But I think the Minnesota Wild is also a very obvious one in my opinion. But maybe not.
Well, what do
Who
you
do you?
think? Who's your guy?
I have Kirill Kaprizov.
Me too. I also do.
Yeah, I mean, if he's healthy, the Wilds definitely have a chance to beat any team, in my opinion. I don't think they're gonna, win the cup or anything, but I mean, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I put them in my predictions. You guys will have to watch the video to find out. But you know, I mean,
Yeah.
if the
They're they're an interesting team, to be honest with you, because they've been like playing really bad. They're like a sinking ship. I almost kind of writ them off like a week ago. And then they got Eriksson Ek and Kaprizov back, and then they scored 8 goals. Like I know it was against San Jose, and they also did like give up 7, so that was a little insane. But I don't think it was Fleury's best night, and like
and
I don't know,
Fleury's
man.
not going to be
Like
playing anyways.
you're right, it'll be Gustafsson. So like I think
What?
oh, I don't know how that went in the net, but yeah, I think it's got to be Kaprizov. Like he can take over a series. If they play Winnipeg though, they've been pretty good at stopping him so far. I don't know the exact stats, but like he's been pretty dry against the Jets so far this season, and just
Yeah,
in
but
general.
I don't know. Like when you don't need a superstar. I don't think I saw that from like Vegas. You don't need a guy who's putting up 40 points in a playoff series like McDavid, but
That is true.
you need somebody who can, when things are going rough, can create offense for themselves and others. And yeah, if Kaprizov's back to his old form, like, I mean, they have a chance to win a series or two, but yeah.
And they've scored two
Okay,
cheese goals,
so
man.
if you guys want to donate to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, I'm going to be starting one for this guy right here because he's using close quarters and he has 3 goals. So, and they're all from gold close quarters lighting up. So, but we're doing this while talking, so it's way more impressive. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So who's next? We got the Edmonton Oilers next. I think this one's fairly obvious. But
Okay.
who do you got?
I'll let you go first because I got
Okay,
two.
I
I don't know if
got
that's against the rules, but I do have
no, no,
2.
no, no. I had 2 for Carolina. I have 2 for a couple of others, but I have Stuart Skinner.
Okay.
Because I mean he hasn't been as good as he was in the playoffs last year, but we saw that in the playoffs he can be an absolute demon out there. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
think
I've also got him. I've got Stuart Skinner, and I've also got Leon Draisaitl as well. And I think that one's a little obvious too, just because
yeah,
he's having like a hard caliber season and he can take over a series. But I think Stuart Skinner is going to be the biggest one. Like he's like I
yeah,
keep seeing things online too. Like they're saying like, oh, like Stuart Skinner like peaked and played so well last year, and it wasn't enough to win him the cup. And like if I was an Oilers fan, I'd be a little stressed, bro, because like that was him playing at his best supposedly, and
yeah. But
they didn't
also,
win. So
if he gets that good around playoff time, like he's like Jimmy Butler, bro. Like the only locks in when it's the playoffs. But that's all he
dude, like
needs to do, bro.
defending boost. All right, let's go, man.
Okay, so next up is the LA Kings, who might play the Oilers in the first round. So, who do you got for the LA Kings?
All right, I went a little off the board. I am going to say team defense, just in general, because
You know what's
the
so
LA
crazy?
Kings
You
have
know
been
what's so
gross.
crazy? I have the exact same thing.
There's no way, really,
I have team defense, bro. I literally wrote
dude.
team shutdown.
Dude, I wrote team defense. That's crazy, bro. Oh,
Oh my
sorry,
god,
sorry.
I almost just got dick. Dude, low key, I'm gonna take off stick 'em up and put on truculence, bro. Stick 'em up is maybe it's just me. I'm not timing it right, but for me, it's absolutely useless. Come here.
Oh,
Oh, I tried
dude, this
to.
goalie's so cooked.
Wait, is it a real
Okay.
goalie? Okay, anyways. Yeah, I mean, team defense, if they can shut down, these guys, then, they'll have a chance. But they haven't been able to. I mean, they've played McDavid and Draisaitl. Like, I feel like if people give the Kings a really bad rep, they've played the two of the top four players in the entire NHL. Like, it's
Yeah,
not really their fault.
it's not exactly a favorable matchup every year, but I do think that they've got a chance if they've got some good team defense. And the thing that I'll mention too is their like home record this season is absolutely ridiculous. They like never lose at home, and they've got home ice advantage probably going to that series. So if they can lock it down, it's easier said than done if they're playing against McDavid. Like I don't know how they're gonna lock him down, but if they can do
Yeah,
it,
I
I
mean,
think
I
that
don't
gives
know.
them
In
a
my
crazy advantage.
opinion, I think the home ice advantage thing is a little bit fraudulent because they have the Ducks, the Sharks, they have Seattle. So I don't know, but yeah. Okay, so next up we have the Colorado Avalanche. This is the biggest layup in this entire video. Everyone in the comments, everyone watching this video should have the exact same person.
Ooh, I hope I have the same one as you. I don't know if I assume I do.
Who is yours?
Got
Has he
Mackenzie
had?
Blackwood.
Oh, I had
You got Martin
Blackwood.
Necas or what?
No, 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 no. There's a guy who hasn't played in 3 years.
Oh, I completely forgot.
That's what I'm
You're saying
saying.
Gabe?
I
Dude.
originally I
Oh, it's Gabe.
originally I originally forgot about him. So like I was like,
Hey, well, that's a good one.
yeah, I originally forgot about him. So I was like, yeah, Blackwood. I wrote Blackwood too, but I mean
Because I mean,
Blackwood's not bad, but oh my
on the
god.
bench.
That's
Cut it out.
crazy,
Cut it out of
bro.
the video. Cut it out.
That's
Okay. Second round, they go far. Like now that they've got normal defense, or not defense. Now that they've got normal goaltending, like I honestly think, like the Avalanche are an absolute wagon. I would be super
Oh
scared to play
yeah.
them. But yeah,
I'm not
minus
gonna
talk to
say
your own too.
anything about my round one predictions, but
Me neither.
I'd
But
I would
you
be
know,
scared to play the
yeah,
Colorado
that's all I'll say
Avalanche.
too. I would be extremely scared to play Colorado.
Okay, next up we have the Vegas Golden Knights. Who do you got for the Vegas Golden Cheaters?
For the Vegas Golden Cheaters, I've got
The
Eden Hill.
the Vegas Golden LTIRs. I also have Aiden Hill as well. You could have gone with Mark Stone because he chose not to cheat the system this year. He chose to stay off LTIR. He chose
Dude, he
to
felt generous this
he
year.
he chose to not get his foreskin stuck. You know what I'm saying? But uh,
Yo!
but you know he chose to not get chlamydia this year and go on LTIR for 2 months and come back in game one. But uh,
That is his. I mean, that's his X factor. Like the NHL, that should be his X factor. To
bounce
be honest with
back.
you, bro, he has like, yeah, he's got gold bounce back.
That's platinum, bro. Not even
Bro,
gold.
he should. He actually should have that. Why does he not have that? Like, I'm not even kidding. He's
No,
gonna
it's
definitely have
it's
that.
definitely Aiden Hill, bro. Cause
But
I
yeah, Aiden
mean,
Hill, if he's good, like,
they didn't
I
even
mean,
get that good goaltending in 2023. Oh my God,
yes,
0.4. That's some Vegas cheater
that's
stuff.
crazy.
Really, we're talking about the Vegas Golden Knights, and we scored 0 points with 0.4 seconds left. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's
it's
crazy.
8-0. I honestly, I think people are underrating Vegas as much as we hate them. At least I hate them.
Dude, I think so too. I definitely hate them as well.
No,
But no,
but
I think they can be good, bro.
I think a lot of people are underestimating. They have a really really easy path to the finals.
They
I can't
do.
even lie, or the
Well,
conference finals at least.
okay, I was gonna say, yeah, conference finals
That's what I meant to
would be
say.
a
But
okay,
uh,
yeah.
they,
No, I agree with you then.
if they don't win their division, I'd be very shocked. But we're not gonna spoil
Well,
anything.
ooh, okay.
Next, we got the Dallas Stars. Looks like Migs left the party. Okay, anyways, that
Oh,
that's pointless. That's besides the video. Next up, we got the Dallas Stars. Who are we thinking from Dallas?
yeah, I think this one is pretty obvious actually, and I've got Thomas Harley.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't have Thomas
Ice getting
Harley.
out.
I have
Who you got?
I don't know if it was confirmed, but after today's win, it looks like the Jets are going to take the division. And with that being the case, I think I'm going to go with holy cheese, Ruby Rose. Yep, that's what your sister feels like after 2 weeks of spring break. Okay, anyways, I'm assuming they're gonna play Colorado. So I have Mikko Rantanen as their biggest X factor because I mean they gave up Stankoven, 2 first-round picks. It may not seem like a lot to people, but in the NHL, that is a lot. Like, you can turn that into 3 superstar players technically. It's not like the NBA where the only superstars are like from the top picks in the draft. I
That's
mean,
true.
yeah, like you can find steals in the late rounds. Every single draft, there's a bunch. So that's a lot to give up. I mean, we'll have to see if it's worth it. I mean, they also paid him 96 million. He
A lot of
dipped
money.
he dipped on 2 teams, so he has a lot of pressure on him, honestly, to see how he performs in the playoffs without McKinnon
True.
and
Against his
Makar.
former team too. Like that's
Yeah,
gonna be an
that's what I'm
awesome
saying.
series.
And I mean, it helps that Dallas has home ice, but you know,
Yeah, I'm
I
not
think
convinced.
I think the games in Colorado are going to be really tough for him. So let's see how he reacts. But
Yeah, I think so too.
Thomas Harley is a good one because they don't have Heiskanen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when he'll be back. Like they said, maybe second
Uh,
round. So like he's got to run that first power play unit then, and their defense is not strong either. Like I didn't realize like with Heiskanen it's okay, but without it like they've got Harley and then they've got Lindell and then Dumba. Like I don't know. I don't love their defense.
yeah, I mean, other than they don't have good right shot defensemen. That's the only problem with their team. But oh my God.
This guy's not even trying to shoot the puck. What's
All
wrong with him?
right. That's crazy. I shouldn't have gone for that. But it's 1 in the morning.
Oh my
You know what I'm
God.
saying? Okay, last but certainly not least, the team we probably have the most to talk about here. Our Winnipeg Jets. Who do you have for the #1 seed in the entire NHL?
Yeah, I think this may be the most obvious one. If we don't have the same one, I'll be so shocked.
Oh, I didn't write
It's
him.
you don't even need to write them. Like you already know who it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be Connor Hellebuyck, right?
You know what though? I think a lot of those goals were like, in a way, not his fault.
Well, I completely agree.
So I did not write him. I wrote 2 players, and those are Dylan Sandberg and Dylan DeMello, because we need our defensemen to step up big time. Oh my God. We need them
That
to
was a
do
huge
that.
trade.
We need to make sure that Logan Stanley doesn't get into a game. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
we we need to make sure that Logan Stanley is on the bench, and we need all 6 of our defensemen to contribute for that to happen. This guy's trying to be Gretzky. I don't know what he's doing. You know, we call his sister the Great One out here in the streets, but you know.
Yeah, no, honestly, I agree that Hellebuck, like those goals last season were not his fault all the time. Like if you look like I swear like a whole bunch of those were like Makar shots completely screened and rebounds, like but at the same time, the whole narrative around, Connor Hellebuck chokes in the playoffs, like I just want more than anything for him to just get past that and like I don't want people to think of him as a regular season goal anymore. So I think for
Facts.
that reason, I think he could be the biggest X factor. I mean, he could be like he's on a very good Jets team, but he's definitely the most important player on that team.
Yeah, for sure, bro. That's it for all our teams. Let me know what your guys' X factors are in the comments, and let me know what other podcast ideas you want to see. Like I said, we're planning to move to once a week. We just gotta figure, everything out. But once that starts happening, this House Leaguers podcast is gonna take an absolute rocket to the moon. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.